Back to Max with RP. In my earlier video with respect to class 12 syllabus, we had explored what is continuity. We also saw examples and non-examples of continuous functions. Today, we are going to explore more problems to develop a deeper insight into what is continuity. Now look at this problem. Discuss the continuity of f given by f of x equal to modulus of x minus 1 plus modulus of x minus 2. We have to discuss at x equal to 1 and x equal to 2. Now, modulus of x minus 1 is equal to x minus 1 if x is greater than or equal to 1. It is minus of that, which is 1 minus x if x is less than 1. This comes from the definition mod x is x when x is positive is minus x when x is negative. So modulus of x minus 1 is x minus 1 when x minus 1 is positive, that is if x is greater than or equal to 1. It is equal to 1 minus x if x is less than 1. Now modulus of x minus 2 is equal to x minus 2 if x is greater than or equal to 2, equal to 2 minus x if x is less than 2. So if you look at f of x, we can redefine it like this. So we have three possibilities: x less than 1, 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2, x greater than 2. So I am dividing the domain like this: x less than 1, 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2, x greater than 2. When x is less than 1, what is modulus of x minus 1? So when x is less than 1, modulus of x minus 1 is 1 minus x plus, what will be modulus of x minus 2? It is x minus 2 when x is greater than or equal to 2. When less than 2, it is 2 minus x. Now, when x lies between 1 to 2, so x is greater than or equal to 1. So here you have x minus 1, but x is less than or equal to 2, so you have 2 minus x. Now when x is greater than 2, what is modulus of x minus 1? Definitely it is greater than 1. So it is x minus 1 plus x minus 2. So I can rewrite this as, I can rewrite f of x as 3 minus 2x when x is less than 1. Here x gets cancelled, giving you 2 minus 1, 1 when 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. It is 2x minus 3 when x is greater than 2. So now we are only redefined the function now. We are now going to discuss the continuity of the function at 2 points, at x equal to 1 and x equal to 2. So if I look at limit x tending to 1 minus of f of x, it will be limit x tending to 1 minus of, when x is less than 1, what is the function? 3 minus 2x. This is equal, when I put x as 1, I will get it as 1. Next, limit x tends to 1 plus. Limit x tending to 1 plus of f of x is equal to, that means x is greater than 1, right? So this is the function. It will be 1. What is f of 1? This is 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. So f of 1 is also 1. So f is continuous at x equal to 1. Now what about continuity at x equal to 2? Okay, so now let us explore whether the function is continuous at x equal to 2. Limit x tends to, I'll use a different color. Limit x tends to 2 minus of f of x will be equal to, when x is less than 2, what is the function? It is 1. Limit x tends to 2 plus of f of x. What is the function? We have to use 2x minus 3. So when I substitute 2 into 2 minus 3, which is 1. What is f of 1? F of 2. When f of 2, when 1 less than or equal to 2, the function is 1. So again you can see the left hand limit equal to right hand limit equal to value of the function. So f is continuous at x equal to 2 also. So f is continuous at x equal to 2. So what is important here is how you redefine the function. Use the redefined function to calculate the left hand limit, right hand limit, and the value of the function at the indicated point. Is it clear? So this is, we have redefined this function as 3 minus 2x when x is less than 1, 1 when 1 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2, 2x minus 3 when x is greater than 2. Then we have looked at left hand limit. So when I put x equal to 1, I will get 1. On right hand limit is also 1. Value of the function is also 1. This is regard to continuity at x equal to 1. When you look at continuity at x equal to 2, then when it is limit x tends to 2 minus, what is the function? This one, 1. When it is 2 plus, what is the function? 2x minus 3. How will you find the limit? Replace x by 2. So 4 minus 3, which is 1. What is f of 2? 1. So f is continuous at both 1 and 2. Now look at this problem. Now f of x is defined as 3ax plus b if x is greater than 1, 11 if x equal to 1, 5ax minus 2b if x is less than 1. It is given to be continuous at x equal to 1. You have to find the values of a and b. So since f is continuous, limit x tends to 1 minus of f of x is equal to limit x tends to 1 plus of f of x equal to f of 1. Now what is limit x tends to 1 minus of f of x? So that will be limit x tends to 1 minus of the left hand limit, 3ax plus b. Now when I put x, this is a polynomial. How do you find the limit? By substitution. So when I put x equal to 1, I will get 3a plus b. Okay. Now what is f of 1, 11? And what is the right hand limit? Limit x tends to 1 plus of f of x. 1 plus of f of x will be 5ax minus 2b. How will I find the limit? By substitution. When I put x equal to 1, I will get 5a minus 2b. Now the function is continuous. Therefore, all these three are equal. The limit is equal to the value of the function. So 3a plus b is equal to 11 and 5a minus 2b is also equal to 11. So to solve this, I am going to multiply this by 2. So I will get 6a plus 2b equal to 22. Adding 11a equal to 33. So a equal to 3. If a equal to 3, what is b? We know that, what is the relationship between a and b? We know that 3a plus b is 11. 3a plus b is 11. So 9 plus b is 11. So b equal to 2. So a equal to 3 and b equal to 2. So what is important here, that given that the function is continuous, the left hand limit is equal to right hand limit, equal to value of the function at the indicated point. Equate all the three and you get two linear equations in a and b. Solve them to find a equal to 3 and b equal to 2. Is it clear? Next problem. For what value of lambda is the function defined as f of x equal to lambda into x square minus 2x if x is less than or equal to 0, equal to 4x plus 1 if x is greater than 0, continuous at x equal to 0? What about continuity at x equal to 1? So we have to analyze continuity at 0, continuity at 1. So limit, let us find limit x tends to 0 minus of f of x. That will be limit extending to 0 minus of lambda times x square minus 2x. When I put x as 0, this is going to become 0. Now what will be the, this is your left hand limit. What will be the right hand limit? Limit extending to 0 plus of f of x, which is limit extending to 0 plus of, what is the function? 4x plus 1. So when x is 0, it is 1. When I put x equal to 0, I get 1. So the left hand limit is 0 and right hand limit is 1. So f is not continuous at 0 for any lambda. For any lambda. Whatever lambda may be, this is going to become 0 and this is 1. So since the limit itself does not exist, the function is not continuous at 0 for any value of lambda. What about continuity at 1? Now limit x tends to 1 minus of f of x is what? 1 minus. So for all x greater than 0, it is 4x plus 1. 4x plus 1. So when I put x equal to 1, I will get 5. What is limit extending to 1 plus of f of x? That is also 4x plus 1. So when I put x equal to 1, I will get 5. Okay? And what will be the value of the function at x equal to 1? Again, this is 5. So f of 1 is also 5. So f is continuous at x equal to 1. Not continuous at x equal to 0 for any value of lambda, whereas it is continuous at x equal to 1, whatever, lambda has no interference or does not, change the fact that f is continuous at x equal to 1. It has no bearing on the continuity of the function at x equal to 1. Find the relationship between a and b so that f of x is continuous at x equal to 3. So limit, it is given to be continuous. So limit x tends to 3 minus of f of x is equal to limit extending to 3 plus of f of x equal to f of 3. Now the left hand limit is what? This is what? Limit extending to 3 minus of, what will be the left hand limit? Ax plus 1, which is equal to, when I put x is equal to 3, I will get 3a plus 1. Okay. Now, what about right hand limit? Limit extending to 3 plus of f of x, which is what is f of x? Bx plus 3, which is equal to, when I put x as 3, I'll get 3b plus 1. Now 1 equal to 2. Therefore, 3a plus 1 is equal to 3b plus 1, or 3 into a minus b is 1, or a minus b equal to 1 by 3. So this is the relationship between a and b if f needs to be continuous at x equal to 3. Is it clear? Let us look at the next problem. You have to find the values of a, b and c if f is given to be continuous at 0. F is defined differently for x less than 0 and x greater than 0. For x equal to 0, the value is given to be c. So we need to find the values of a, b and c, given that the function is continuous. So limit x tends to 0 minus of f of x is equal to limit x tending to 0 plus of f of x equal to f of 0 equal to c. Now, let us first find left hand limit. Now, limit x tends to 0 minus of f of x will be sine of a plus 1 x by x. I am just splitting and writing it, plus sine x by x. We know that as limit x tends to 0, sine x by x is 1. Here instead of x I have a plus 1 x, so I will multiply and divide by a plus 1. I have multiplied and divided by a plus 1. So this is equal to, this portion as limit x goes to 0 becomes 1. This also becomes 1. So I already have a plus 1 here. So a plus 1 plus 1, which is a plus 2. Is it clear? So the left hand limit is equal to a plus 2. Now what about the right hand limit? Limit x tending to 0 plus of root of x plus bx square minus root x divided by b into x to the power of 3 by 2. I will write it as x into root x. This involves a manipulation. Just observe carefully. This is 0 plus. I am going to take root x outside. If I take root x outside, actually within the root I am dividing by x. So I will get 1 plus bx minus 1 divided by b into x root x. Now root x gets cancelled. Now I am going to multiply by the conjugate. So this is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus root of 1 plus bx minus 1 into root of 1 plus bx plus 1 divided by bx into root of 1 plus bx plus 1. As x, this is further, this is the form a minus b into a plus b. So this is limit x goes to 0, 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus bx minus 1 by bx into root of 1 plus 1 is 2, giving you half. So a plus 2 is equal to half. A plus 2 equal to half. So what will be A? A will be half minus 2, which is minus 3 by 2. So A is minus 3 by 2, and what will be the value of the function? We have seen the limit is half, so C equal to half. Okay, now what will be B? B gets cancelled, so B can be any number, whatever B is not equal to 0. So B can be any number. So A is minus 3 by 2, C equal to half, and B can be any number, so that this function is continuous. So this involves algebraic manipulation and using properties of limits. That is, limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is 1. Whenever we have an expression of this side, of this type, we multiply by the conjugate, because otherwise it will be in the indeterminate form. Directly if you substitute, cannot be determined, because it will be of the form 0 by 0. Is it clear, children? Now, let us look at this problem. The function is defined around 8. Okay, x minus 8 by modulus of x minus 8 plus a if x is less than 8. A plus b if x is equal to 8. X minus 8 by modulus of x minus 8 plus b if x is greater than 8. If f is continuous at x equal to 8, you have to find the values of a and b. So what is given? The function is continuous. So limit x tends to 8 minus of f of x is equal to limit x tends to 8 plus of f of x equal to f of 8. Now, what is modulus of x minus 8? Modulus of x minus 8 is x minus 8 when x is greater than or equal to 8. It is 8 minus x when x is less than 8. Now what is what is the left hand limit? Limit x tends to 8 minus. 8 minus means what? X is approaching 8 through values lesser than 8. So what will be f of x now? X minus 8. Therefore, limit x tends to 8 minus of x minus 8 by, what will be modulus of x minus 8? X is less than 8. So it will be 8 minus x plus a. This is minus 1. So this is a minus 1. What will be limit x tending to 8 plus of f of x? That means x is greater than 8. X is approaching 8 through values greater than 8. So when x is greater than 8, modulus of x minus 8 is x minus 8. So x minus 8 by x minus 8 plus b, which is b plus 1. Now what is f of 8? F of 8 is a plus b. Now a plus b equal to a minus 1. So you get b equal to minus 1. Now a plus b is also equal to b plus 1, because left hand limit equal to right hand limit, and both of them are equal to value of the function, that is f of 8. So you get a equal to 1. So a equal to 1, b equal to minus 1 if the function is continuous at x equal to 8. Or you are able to understand how to solve problems based on continuity. In fact, in my next video, where I am going to use GeoGebra to show how certain functions which you cannot visualize, how they actually appear in the graph. Because mathematics is about connecting geometrical objects with their algebraic expressions. So what we are calculating here today, or whatever problem solving we have done today, is having dealt with the algebraic manipulation. So in the next video, where I will be using GeoGebra, we will see how the graph of these functions look like, and when you see a continuous function, you know that there should not be any break or there should not be any gap, and whether that is observed when you see the graph. So until we meet next time, Please do not forget to go through the video in great detail. Do not just glance through the video. I will be very happy if you can take your time, go through the video leisurely so that you can internalize the concepts much better, and we will do more and more problems in the in my next video so that we get more clarity about continuity. So do not forget to subscribe, share and like, and I hope you enjoy working with RP, and as I'm really enjoying these sessions, Maths with RP, and I hope you will also enjoy these sessions, and I hope you're enjoying these sessions. Until we meet next time, goodbye.